Cut. Hi, today I'm gonna show you the updated Guild Boss setup. I made already one video a few weeks ago for Guild Boss where I explained everything like the drop rates and how the Guild Boss works. So basically you can use that video as a starting point, but since the new patch the build is a little bit outdated and now we have a new meta build for the Guild Boss, which I'm going to show you now. So let's go into the setup and now I will explain you everything. So basically we are playing Ranger. Mainly we are using the mechanics behind the Fire Season set. So we have the Burning Fire God set one and we are using this set effect. So you can see basic attack damage is increased by 100% of the skill damage. Basically, what does this mean? It means when you get on your items basic attack damage, you will increase your skill damage. If you get skill damage on your items, you will increase your basic attack damage. So in the end, this means your basic attack damage and your skill damage will get really high if you have these stats on your gear and skins and so on. So for example, when I just simply go to this ring, so you see here base attack damage increased by 8%, and with this you will get also even more skill damage by a certain multiplier. The same goes for skill damage increase. So for each skill damage increase you will get also more base attack damage increase. The second important effect is from the Void Season, and it's this one here. So basically your critical rate is fixed to 20%, but if you have the Void chest and helmet, or just the chest for the set effect, you will have all of the time 50% health, and this means you will have 40% critical rate. So this is the first 3 rows. The next 3-4 rows mean if you have a more critical rate than this 40%, then you will increase your critical damage by 12 per 1% of critical rate, up to a maximum of 800%. So this is also a multiplier which is added to normal critical damage, sorry, and you will get also a really high number here. So this is basically the basics behind this build. So in order to work, you need Void Bow, Fire, or I mean you could also have a Fire Bow and the Void Offhand, but you will need one Void item, so for example the chest or the helmet. So you have only 50% health, so you can get 40% critical rate. The second item which is needed, you should have a Bifrost item, so either helm or chest. So we get the set effects, 900% attack power, also critical rate, and 10% damage per mythical item equipped. The next important item is our necklace. Vulcan is the best here, but Loki is also working well. What you should aim on your rings and necklaces, you should go for base attack damage because of the set we discussed just before. So this, for example, base attack damage increased by 36%. You can see this ring, I have the demon power. I'll try it also without the demon power, but demon power is just doing an insane amount of damage. So I think before I was only at I only reached the beginning of stage 28, but with demon power I can get to halfway to 29. Heimdall is, to be honest, a must-have because skill damage increased by 150 and base attack damage by 70%. And my second ring is, I'm simply using this. I mean, penetration power is nice, so this is the Frost ring. In theory, I think you could also go for another base damage ring or skill damage ring, but I haven't tested it yet because simply I have this fully leveled Oleus Blessing Ring, and this Oleus is just giving me an insane amount of damage. I have done a few tests with different mythical rings, and for my setup I have to use Oleus. Yeah, then the gem set. Also, it's important, you should try to have substats, like I told you before, on all of your items. So you see here skill damage. I think here I'm missing the base attack damage. If I go on my boots, you see base attack damage, skill damage increase, and all this adds up. Yeah, I have also the tier earrings, simply because you get the attack power. So basically that's with the items. The skins, try to get base attack damage ones and skill damage one. This is your main focus on the skins, and the third focus would be dodge. So see base attack damage. I mean, this one is not really rolled good. Skill damage, base attack damage, skill damage. I think you get the point. For the title, I'm using Fire God because of the base attack damage increased by 30%. The mount, I'm using the tank. The extracts, yeah, I mean, skill damage is important. I'm also using here the Skull Kuran use because I'm not getting it from my items. Companions, you should try to aim to use companions with base attack damage increased by 20%. So you can see two of these. Then this one has also 16%, also skill damage, which is important. Base attack damage again. And the drummer, so you get more damage. Skill wise, I'm using the skills. You can play around. I think most important one is this one, the Terminator. This one is also nice because of the bleed. And with these ones, you can play a little bit around. I'm using this skill because I don't have enough crit rate. And this skill increases your stats like crit rate, but if you have the stats from your skins or items, you could also use here the poison aura. So this is basically the setup, and now we can do the guild boss. So let's get started. Basically, I mean, there is always a little bit of a range. You see this one, this is Vulcan. But let's get to the damage. Normally the range it's not that much of a range in Guild Boss, but sometimes in the end you can have plus minus 10, sorry, here. 10 of these damage thingies. So if you're changing or testing equipment, make always sure to make at least 2 or 3 runs. Because if you have like a good run, you will get more damage. If you have a bad run, you will get less damage. But maybe the one or another item is still better. So try to make more runs. Yes, we can go also here to the stats. So you can see here, the critical rate is 40%. You see here my critical damage. This is because of the Void set. And you can see the base attack damage and skill damage is also higher because this is because of the fire set. So for each base attack damage and skill damage increase, the other one also increases and you get a higher number. When you reach a lower number, so when the time runs out, it's nice to have dodge. So you can maybe survive 1 or 2 hits more from the boss. So this is basically it. This is what I'm using now for Guild Boss. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave me a like, and see you next time. Bye.